What up, guys? It's Jill. It's Friday. I'm in Skinny Alice over here going for a walk at the Charlie Major Trail. Interesting story. A friend of mine's son actually brought me there today. He was the first person I ever took there, him and his sisters. Couldn't believe it when that hit me today. We're losing these kids much too young. Yesterday I posted that I wanted to take a social media break, and every time I do that, God's like, yep, okay, watch this. So, my daughter and I, she's in the 7th grade, right? We're having this conversation, and she's like, well, I went to the bathroom yesterday during lunch, and these two girls, and I won't name names, but she went to elementary school with them last year, walked into the bathroom behind her. She goes, all of a sudden the whole bathroom smelled like weed. They must have had a vape pen. So what'd you do? She goes, nothing. She goes, I washed my hands and I left. She goes, and they came out behind me. I said, okay. So, just a minute ago, I stopped into the Tops to get heavy cream to make mac and cheese, and I got myself a Crunch Bar, which I never ever buy, but I don't know. We don't seem to get too many of them in the Halloween candy anymore. And they always take me down memory lane to, Chocolate Festival in Fulton when we actually had businesses keeping Fulton alive. Well, I guess that's a story for another day. And the cashier is talking to the girl bagging my things, and the girl bagging says, yeah, I got a call from the school today. I guess my son was being a wise guy and got himself in trouble. And I said, how old is he? And she said, 15. And I said, oh, I have one that's 15. I said, what school is he in? And she told me. And I said, that's what my kid is. And so we started talking about the things that the kids are doing. And I said, yeah, my son said it's about 24-hour turnaround on anything you want to get. And then I told them the story about my daughter in the middle school. And she goes, that's terrifying. And right on cue, the other cashier who's ringing the things looks up and goes, oh, it sounds like the halfway house. I've been doing this interesting thing lately where I just go outside and I do like a deep hearty like scream. Just like a big like ah, because I have to release energy. It has to go somewhere. We are literally living in dystopian hell right now, and I don't know how people are so okay with it, but I'm over it. I'm over it. Because she wasn't wrong. If you want to talk about free will, that is the epitome of free will right there. We are letting these kids make the choices to do whatever they want to do. So if we don't start empowering them and teaching them how to read and write and have valuable life skills, then they're going to keep going down that road. It's a vicious cycle, and it's intentional, and you'll never convince me that it's not, because an uneducated, dumbed down, drugged out America is easy to control. If you are going to see destabilization like that come down, you are going to see a lot more of that, because if they can make people poor and dependent upon the system, once the chaos really ensues and people are starving and they don't have jobs, they're going to go, help us. And then here comes the government going, okay, we'll help you. And the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Okay, this is what we've collectively chosen until we choose a new path. This is where we're going. And you're gonna see it come. Everything that I have said, coming through COVID, trying to get the young kids, Trump being reinstalled. I mean, the writing is on the wall. We just refuse to see it. And a lot of it is fear. A lot of it is, people weren't really afraid of the virus. People were afraid of their government. They didn't want to lose their businesses. They didn't want to lose their licenses, right? Because you got all the teachers and the nurses. And nurses were forced out of their jobs. Now they're being called back. And the fact that we don't have droves of people just enraged and screaming that they were duped into this false medicine that's now taking out our youth, our athletes, rising cancers. Look at the projections for oncology earnings for the next 3 years. I don't know, friends, but it's gross out here, and we're failing these kids, and we're failing them hardcore, and I see it every day. But it's all choice. And until we start really pushing them to understand that everything that they do is a choice, we'll continue to lose them. And even if they know it's a choice, if they don't have any reason to believe that anybody believes in them or that there's any kind of hope for their future, then they're going to make that decision anyway, because why wouldn't they? Sad times, yeah. Sad times.